Hey everybody, it's your boy Story Guide. I am back with another video. Now, I've been thinking, and I decided to, pass the time by making some fun videos I want to try and make again. And these are like what if videos. Now, I tried in the past, but with my stuttering that I had back then, it still kind of do have, but it's better now. But with my stuttering back then, it always came out like iffy and fucking terrible, but now I want to try and see if I can really get it together, because I want to have something to, like, pass the time, because I'm not gonna make every YouTube video. I don't want to make I don't want to go back to the shit we gotta deal with on a daily basis. I don't want to see all that shit and make videos of like every other fucking time, because it's really a hard thing to deal with. And while I'm down for the struggle always, I want to just have something else to do, something else to focus on. So not a lot of people are going to like this. I understand that, but this is more for me and see if I can get my ideas out there. I am a writer, but some of my stories are like hit and miss. So I wanted to see and try this and see if it works out. But anyways, this is a RWBY what if. As you can see on your screen here. And this RWBY what if, it is, what if the Summer Sisters, I'm calling them the Summer Sisters because even though Summer is not Yang's mom, Yang still calls Summer her mother, so she still identifies Summer as her mom, unlike Raven, who, while is her mom, I don't think Game really sees her that way. So Summer is more of a mom figure for both her and RWBY. So that's why I'm gonna call them the Summer Sisters. So anyways, this is what if the Summer Sisters had a brother and they were all just a bit crazy, This is a bit off, And I'm gonna change things around, I'm not gonna do the whole Beacon Academy. I feel like that's kinda overused, so I'm not doing the whole Beacon thing. I'm not doing that. So this is not going to be canon whatsoever. So yeah, I'm just letting y'all know. But feel free to, tell me if y'all like this, if y'all don't. I'm fine with that. If not, I'm just going to keep on doing these things and see what I can come up with. But yeah, feel free to show me what y'all guys think. But anyways, so if you don't know what RWBY is, it's basically a TV show where people have superpowers, which are basically called semblances, and they essentially had to fight an evil force. That's basically the show in a nutshell. There's nothing really special about it. And these are characters, Characters are in the show. I mean, they're interesting, But other than that, it's alright. It kind of went downhill from there, but, this is my idea. So I'm just rolling with it. But yeah. If you want to learn more, I suggest you go look up the Wikipedia or just watch the show. Either way. But yeah, so the brother is going to be Summer's son, right? So Raven's going to be Yang's mom, and RWBY and the brother, who I'm going to call is going to be Summer's children, right? So that stays canon. That stays canon, right? But anyways, so now is gonna have a semblance, right? And this semblance is actually gonna be a pain semblance, right? So what this does is it actually when you touch him, right? If you make any physical contact with him, you will feel like your whole body is on fire. Like, literally. Like, you will feel almost unimaginable pain, right? Unless you're related, to which means you're still going to feel like you're on fire, but it won't be like as bad as a random person touching you, right? I feel like I got better explain this. So, when you make physical contact with him, you will feel a great amount of physical pain. Like a real bad amount, right? To the point where you want to crawl into a ball and cry, right? You just want to sob your heart out. That's how painful it is, right? And this pain is like a 10, which is I want to describe it as like literally like being off by like your whole body is just, you know, like screaming in pain. Like it's all once, every single limb, every organ, like everything hurts. Your ears, your head, everything. It's a straight 10. Like this, it's a 10 level pain, right? It's agony, right? Now, even though it's bad. Oh, sorry if you hear the car coming by. One moment. So anyways, even though it's bad, which is pretty bad, but even though it's bad, it's not as bad to the Yang sisters. Don't get me wrong, it's still fucking terrible, right? It's still terrible, right? It's but for them it's more like an 8, really. It's more like an 8, right? But if a complete stranger touches them and that stranger has like ill intent, well, yeah, I'm gonna go with that. So the pain, I'm gonna make it where his pain, where the physical pain you feel is depending on your what's it called again? Intent. So if you don't intend to hurt him and you touch him, it's gonna be like a 7, right? It's still gonna fucking hurt. It's gonna be like a 7, but mind you, it's still incredibly painful, right? Incredibly painful, right? It goes. This level is this 7 to 10, right? There's no 1, 5, 6. No, it's 7 or 10, right? But if you touch them, you have ill intent. Your bias is gonna be on fire. Like you are going to feel pain you never even thought could be real, right? Now the crazy thing is, you know, as you know, grew up with his siblings, you know, Yang, RWBY, you know, and their father, Tai Lung, I think his name is. But as you grew up with them, of course they're gonna touch them and stuff. So actually, over time, Yang and especially RWBY actually developed a high pain tolerance, even higher than normal in the canon. Like they could take a lot of damage, right? Especially RWBY. I mean, Yang was already a tank, right? She was already a tank. She's a whole unit, right? She can take massive amounts of damage, right? So you know that didn't really increase for her all that much. It did still a lot more than canon, so she can still take like a lot more damage than what she could have before. So you know it's still a lot, but not like a crazy amount, right? Because she was already built like that from the get-go, right? So she has a higher pain tolerance. But RWBY, right? RWBY, this affects her the most because RWBY is, you know, a very affectionate kid. Well, in this universe, she's very affectionate and loving, right? To those she knows and are close to. So she's very affectionate, huggy, all that, right? So see, I apologize for that. I hate motorcycles, bro. I hate them. Oh, fuck. I'm sorry, guys. I'm outside, so you know it's crazy. But anyways, in this universe, RWBY is like all affectionate and stuff, right? So she's all affectionate and a huggable person. So of course, she's like all over, you know, a lot of times, right? She's touching them, hugging them, holding his hands, all that, because all 3 of them grew up pretty close. They grew up pretty close, right? We're a tight-knit group, right? They're tight knit, right? But like I was saying, since he does all that, he actually has like a crazy amount of pain tolerance, right? A crazy amount, right? It's so high to the point where in a fight, she don't dodge. Nah. She just take the hits because that don't phase you. She actually don't feel. It's like she don't feel that. She don't feel people punching her or all that because she felt worse throughout the whole years. And because of that, she felt pain so much more than a. Excuse me. Sorry. Anyways, she felt so much more pain from being around, her entire life than a simple punch to the face. So because of that, she still has her speed semblance, that isn't things, but she rarely uses it in a fight because she rather just take the hit because that does not faze her in the slightest. That tickles her, bro. That tickles her. That tickles her. She don't care about that. She ain't phased. Like, she can have her whole arm twisted and she'll go on like it's normal. Like, she'll get up, dust herself off, and just continue about her day, right? She don't give a fuck, right? She is a whole unit, just like Gang, but even worse because, like, she just don't care. She don't care about pain. She don't care about her injuries. None of that. She don't. All she uses in a fight is a aura, and that's it. All she uses in a fight is her aura. That's it, bro. She don't use none of that. See, that depends. If this is a straight up fight with fists and that, someone use that, bro. She's just a natural tank like her sister because all that pain throughout her life changed her, bro. She completely different than Cannon, bro. She a straight menace, bro. She a straight menace. So yeah, she has a high pain tolerance. Yang has a high pain tolerance, right? And both of them likes to fight, right? Yang likes to fight because he likes to, like, test her strength and all that. And RWBY, bro, she just fights to fight, bro. She just fights for literally no reason. She just fights because she can. She has no real reason to fight. She just does it because she wants to. Like, there's no real reason, right? So both of them are fighters. It's just RWBY does it just cause. There's no real reason for her to swing on somebody. She'll just find any type of reason to. Or heck, she'll do it just cause, bro. Right? And then he's not really confrontational, right? But being with his sisters and in this universe, they get into a lot of trouble, especially legal trouble. And so over time, he learned to just deal with it his own way, right? So, I thought my cat was about to get ran over. Okay. Okay. I was about to have a fucking heart attack. Because my other cat got ran over the other day. That's it crazy. But anyways. Excuse me. Anyways. Over the years, because, the three of them hang out a lot. Over the years, he just got used to conflict and making trouble. And he just, he's not really a fighter like that. Like, he could fight. But his fighting style is more of a like. You ever watch the movie John Wick? That's kind of how he fights, bro. It's kind of how he fights, right? And that's surprising because, with his semblance, one person can hit him and they can just be passed down on the fucking floor, rolling around in pain, if they're not passed out already, right? But he doesn't really want to do he doesn't want to do people like that. So, he'll cover himself up, head to toe. Because as long as they don't make physical contact with the skin, they're fine. So, he covers himself up head to toe, and, he'll just go out there and he'll hang with sisters and get into trouble. He's just there to hang out, bro. He's not really a fighter, he's just more of a chill dude, But you know, if he has to be about that accent, he'll be about that accent. You know. But anyway, let's get to the story. So you know, you have Yang. No, not Yang. You have Summer, right? So one day, Summer's at the hospital. Her husband's there. I forgot his name. Ty something. I already said it before. They're at the hospital, right? And they're at the hospital. And, you know, and RWBY and Yang is there. And Yang is about 4 years old, and RWBY's about 2, right? Right? So I go with that. Okay, I'm just gonna make Yang 5, RWBY 2 years old. Yeah, I think that's better. So you know, at the hospital, there's Summer, the husband, RWBY and Yang, right? And Summer, you know, she's giving birth. So the doctor's there. They're like, puss, 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 right? And Summer's pussing, you know, because this is like the second time giving birth. So you know, she knows what to do, you know. So she's giving birth, she's pussing, you know, the doctor's cheering her on, the husband's cheering her on, RWBY and Yang are actually in the waiting room being watched by a nurse, make sure that they don't get into any trouble like they usually do. Because even that young, they still troublemakers, bro. It's crazy. But yeah, so they're in the waiting room, Summer, these cars, bro, these cars. They're in the waiting room. Summer is giving birth, you know. And after like 15 to 20 minutes, boom, a baby is born. Right? So the doctor says the boy, you know, and the husband, he's surprised because he wanted a boy for the longest, but all he kept getting was girls. But since it was finally a boy, he's, you know, it's like, oh my God, you know, he's hyped, you know, he's happy. He always wanted a boy, but he kept on getting girls. So, you know, it's a boy, he's happy, Summer's happy, the doctors are happy for him. It's, you know, it's crazy. It's a very loving moment. So, as they're trying to pick a name, Summer comes up with an idea. No, so for the first 2 minutes, they stay together trying to pick up a name for him, right? The baby. So they're thinking, and then all of a sudden, Summer comes up with an idea, right? Her great-great-grandfather, right? She heard stories about him, right? He was a great man that while he wasn't a soldier, he was a scientist. He was a very intelligent man. He was the smartest in the family, right? And in that generation, he was the smartest, right? He had like a 250 IQ. The man was intelligent. Like, it was crazy, you know? So she decides that, like, in his memory, she decided to name her son after her great-great-grandfather. So his name is Rose. That's what they decided to call him, right? No, not. Is it? Would it be Rose? I'm just gonna call him Rose. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Because I think either that's like the mom's last name, and I think Rose is like the mom's last name, and then Yang's last name is the father. So I'm just gonna call him Rose. I feel like that's more. I feel like that fits more in the story. So they decided to call him Rose, right? You know, they're all happy about that. You know, it's a very, it's a very touching moment. Very touching moment. However, as soon as they decided to name the kid, 2 minutes later, Summer's heart rate dropped, right? So the doctors noticed this, and so they quickly tried to, do what they can to make sure she survives, you know. But no matter what they do, it just doesn't look so good, because at first it just became weak, and then while they're trying to help her, it just stops altogether. Hold on, guys. All right, sorry guys. There's a car, and I didn't want you guys to hear that. So yeah. Anyways, so they noticed her heart rate getting weak, so they tried to help her. But while they're doing that, it just suddenly flatlined. Like it just went beep, beep, beep. Right? It just flatlined. Right? And so they became frantic. Like they're trying to revive her. You know that clear. Oh, that's it. They doing their best, right? But